Alright everyone, we're going to move into some arm exercises now. I'm going to start with putting my hands out to my sides, and I'm going to start with going with some forward arm circles. Once again, you want to make sure that you're keeping your back straight in this process and your chest open wide. I'm also making sure that my elbows are slightly bent, but also just extended enough that I'm getting that burn in the arms that I'm desiring. You can change up the size of your circles as well, so you can do small ones, mediums, or large ones. And now I'm going to move them backwards, so backwards arm circles. Up next, I'm going to be doing some doorknobs. So with that, I reach my arm out and I twist my wrist just so that my palm faces upwards, and then I bring it back to center. And you can do that with either arm. A lot of the times we'll put a leaning motion into it as well. So you're kind of leaning side to side, and with the lean that you're going to that side, you're going to open and close the door. Next, we're going to be chopping the wood. So we bring our hands together, elbows bent, and you're going to start from one side and you're going to go to the opposite side of your waist, bringing up to your next shoulder and going down to the opposite side of that waist. And you're just going to repeat that over and over again. Next, I'm going to be clapping my hands in front of my body and then behind my back. This can be kind of difficult doing it in a chair, so if you are able to, feel free to stand up and do this. If you can't, I just kind of move towards the edge of my seat, and that provides enough space behind me so that I can still continue to clap. Next, I'm going to bring my hands out to the front. I'm keeping them straight, and I'm going to rotate side to side. I'm continuing to keep my back straight, and I'm keeping my arms straight as well. I return to the middle, and then I bring it just out to the side, but I'm not overextending anything in my body. Next, I'm going to move in some different variations of arm raises. This really depends on how you want to hold your palms. So I'm going to start with keeping my palms facing the sky, and I'm going to bring them up. Keeping them like this, I'm going to bring them back down. My elbows are still slightly bent, and my back is still straight during the process, making sure that my posture is correct. Now I'm going to flip my hands, bringing them down to my waist, and then going up towards the sky, still keeping the backs of my hands together like this. I'm going to bring them back down to my waist, just over and over again. Once again, keeping those elbows slightly bent. And then my final variation of this, we're going to bring our hands up, turn them, bring them back down. Now I'm going to bring them up and pretend like I'm making a scoop. And every time you're just rotating your hands, every time you go up or down. going to move into some wrist exercises. I'm going to start with putting my hands together, bringing them up to my chest, and then bringing them outward so that they extend. My arms are straight, bending them again slightly to bring them in towards my chest. And just repeat that over and over. Next, I'm going to move into some wrist circles. So I'm going to start with taking both of my hands like this, keeping them elbows bent, and I'm going to rotate clockwise. And now I'm going to switch directions and go counterclockwise with my wrists. Now I'm going to do bear claws. So with this, I take my hands, they're widely open, and now I'm going to close them kind of into a fist, holding them, and then release. Now I'm going to be Mozart, and we're going to do some piano fingers. So I'm fluttering each of my fingers individually and moving them back and forth across my body as if I'm playing a piano. And finally, I'm going to move into bringing each of my fingers individually to my thumb. You want to bring them down, release them back up, and then switch fingers. Alright, that's all for that, guys. Now we're going to move into some lower extremities.